Jim, your expertise very much connected to what I dedicated my life to understanding, documenting, and you do it brilliantly. Um, so, in my life, I was asking my dad when I was young, why do they love Castro? These leftists, why do they love Mao Zedong, Pol Pot? And when I was 13 years old, I came downstairs and there was a book by Paul Hollander, Political Pilgrims, on our dining room table. My dad had left it there for me, and it changed my life. And so I dedicated my life to trying to understand. So and Hollander documented this, and I tried to do it in United in Hate. But so the Stalinist killing fields, the leftists traveled to the Soviet Union to bow in front of the killing fields with Stalin. Then they traveled to China to bow in front of the killing fields of Mao Zedong. He killed like 70 million people, and the left is just in ecstasy. They do it with North Vietnam. They do it with Castro. They do it with the Sandinistas. And then, well, they're kind of getting aroused with Khomeini and Islam. Not too much. They're getting aroused. Oh, and then 9/11. Oh, 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 ground zero, the jihad. Oh, they just start worshiping it. It's fascinating. And you brilliantly document this. Some years back, you came out with the red-green axis. Tell us about this lust that the left has for communism as well as jihad.
Yeah, well, I think that really it's honestly hard for a sane person to understand. I mean, uh, I think most of the kids that are out there demonstrating it in the grounds of Columbia and Harvard and wherever else, they're really just following the crowd.
Mm.
And most of them are following the crowd, and they have the problem with the young people, and it's a generational. It happens with every generation. Every generation comes up, and you have young kids think they know better than their parents, right?
Yeah.
I was like that when I was 18. Oh, I thought I knew it all. And what's the bumper sticker? Hire a teenager while he still knows everything, you know. And um, today's college professors um, capitalize on that youthful pride, that youthful arrogance, and tell them that they are the ones, they are the new vanguard. They are the ones that have the keys to the kingdom. They're the ones that know everything. So if if they see people uh, supporting Hamas, uh, the Palestinian terrorists, they're in right in with it because that's the cool thing to do, because that's the right thing to do. And they've already been indoctrinated. You can't tell them anything. You can't tell them the truth. And the funny thing is, and I think you know this, you know, uh, Hamas, the Palestine Liberation Organization, PFLP, uh, all of those groups were able to continue through the help of the Soviet KGB
Yeah.
following World War II. They
Yeah.
were armed, they were trained, they were guided, they received intelligence, and then they were,
Well, look at Arafat, right?
yeah, oh, Arafat was a hardcore communist. He
Mhm.
wasn't a, Islamic radical at all.
Well, where was he trained?
He was trained by the KGB, and I think, was it in Romania or
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia? I forget.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, no, he's a, and actually, as I'm sure you know from Alexander Litvinenko's book, Allegations, that Ayman al-Zawahiri was also trained by the KGB. He was a KGB agent, the second in command of Al Qaeda. And of course, he came out of the Islamic Egyptian Jihad, which came out of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, and the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, which was and remains the largest Islamic radical terrorist organization in the world today. Um, Once again, uh, um, San Albana was a socialist, even back in the late 20s when he founded the Muslim Brotherhood. He was
Yes.
a socialist, and so they have been guided all this time by the communists.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you know, yes, they have a belief that the in the caliphate or in the 12th Imam or whatever the heck uh, they want to think, but the people at the top know who's guiding the ship,
Absolutely.
and they know that really all they want, same thing, power and wealth.
Thank you, Jim. And absolutely. And then, it's a mutated diabolical carbon copy of Jesus, because Jesus gives his blood for our redemption. And then the leftist Marxist enterprise, human blood will redeem the earth. So they kill as many people as possible. And so Sharia, jihad, they're going to cleanse the earth with ground zero. The communists are going to cleanse the earth with ground zero. And then they build their paradise on those ashes. And you document that this is happening in terms of the war on America and what the left is doing, just destruction, destruction, destruction. And you do a brilliant job in your book. And it's all got to do with manufacturing crisis, which is the title of your book.